Hi, friends, and welcome in. If you've had a long day, if your mind has been racing, if you've been carrying something quietly, just know that you're safe here. Today we're using the Quiet Theory Devotional Shuffle, 10 messages drawn randomly from scripture and reflection. Random, but not accidental. I truly believe that if this found you, it found you on purpose. If you've been asking God for clarity, for reassurance, for a sign that you're not alone in what you're facing, then let's take a moment and walk through these messages together. And if this kind of quiet devotional reflection helps you feel grounded and steady, I'd love for you to like and subscribe so you don't miss future messages. The first card that came out is Matthew 26:28. For this is my blood of the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of sins. This message is about covenant. It's about grace that was established before your worst mistake ever happened. Some of you watching carry a quiet guilt. You replay things in your head, words you said, choices you made, seasons where you weren't your best self. Anxiety loves to remind you of your failures and tell you that you've disqualified yourself from peace. But this verse reminds you that forgiveness was built into the design. Grace was not an afterthought. It was written into the foundation of your story. You are not standing outside of God's mercy, hoping to be let back in. You are already inside it. If you've been feeling spiritually distant or ashamed, this is reassurance. You are not being punished. You are not being silently rejected. The covenant still stands. Let your nervous system soften around that truth. The second card reads, Angels paint the sky with vibrant colors, reminding you of the beauty in every moment. This is about perspective. Anxiety narrows your field of vision. It zooms in on what could go wrong. It exaggerates worst-case scenarios. But this message gently pulls your focus upward. Have you noticed how often you rush through your day? How rarely you pause long enough to see what's already good? The sky changes color every evening without asking for recognition. Beauty exists whether you notice it or not. This card is a quiet invitation to widen your lens. The situation you're in right now may feel overwhelming, but it is not the entire landscape of your life. There is still color. There is still grace layered into ordinary moments. You are not stuck in a gray story, even if today feels heavy. The third card is John 14:27. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. This is not surface-level calm. This is not distraction. This is not avoidance. This is peace that exists even when circumstances are unresolved. Some of you are waiting for something to change before you allow yourself to exhale. You're telling yourself, once this is fixed, once I know the outcome, once they respond, once the money comes in, then I'll relax. But this verse flips that. Peace is not the reward at the end of resolution. Peace is a gift available in the middle of uncertainty. Let not your heart be troubled. That doesn't mean you won't feel waves of fear. It means fear does not get to govern you. You are allowed to experience calm even while something is still unfolding. The fourth card is Jeremiah 17:7. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. Trust is hard when you can't see the outcome. Trust is especially hard when you've been disappointed before. Some of you have placed hope in people, in timing, in expectations that didn't materialize the way you imagined. This verse shifts the anchor point. When your hope is attached to a specific result, anxiety spikes if that result wobbles. But when your hope is anchored in God's character rather than a particular outcome, stability returns. This is reassurance that you are not being asked to control the entire future. You are being invited to trust the one who already sees it. The fifth card says regrets and asks, if this was your last breath, what would you regret? What dream would disappear? The trick is to do something, doesn't matter what it is, but anything to get you moving. This isn't pressure. This isn't urgency. This is gentle awakening. Anxiety can paralyze you. It can make you overthink instead of move. It can convince you that if you can't do everything perfectly, you should do nothing at all. But this message says, take one small step. Send the email, make the appointment, have the conversation, apply for the thing, start the habit. Not because time is running out in a dramatic way, but because you deserve to participate in your own life. Regret grows in stillness, courage grows in motion. Even one small action shifts energy. The sixth card is forgiveness. The door to my heart opens inward. I move through forgiveness to love. The angels want you to remember that self-forgiveness doesn't happen overnight. This is layered. It's not only about forgiving others, it's about forgiving yourself. Some of you hold yourself to a harsher standard than anyone else does. You expect immediate growth, immediate healing, immediate clarity. But spiritual maturity unfolds slowly. The door opens inward. That means healing starts inside. Not with someone else apologizing, not with someone else changing, but with you choosing to release the constant self-critique. If you've been hard on yourself lately, this is permission to soften. The seventh card is Romans 12:10. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another. This is about gentleness in relationships. Anxiety can make you assume the worst. It can make you read into tone, silence, pauses. It can create stories that may not be true. This verse calls you back to kindness, to assume goodwill, to approach people with warmth instead of defense. Not everyone is against you. Not every silence is rejection. Sometimes others are carrying their own invisible weight too. The eighth card says, rebirth. I'm in constant bloom. I am refreshed, rejuvenated, and reborn. This is a strong one. Some of you feel like you're behind, like you missed your moment, like your best season already passed. But rebirth is cyclical. Nature does not bloom once and then retire forever. There are multiple springs in one lifetime. You are not finished. You are not too late. You are in a season of renewal, even if it doesn't look dramatic yet. Sometimes rebirth begins quietly, with new thoughts, new boundaries, new awareness. The ninth card says, pay attention. Each and everything I do is worthy of my time and attention. Anxiety often pulls you into the future. It lives in what if. But this card brings you back to now. Pay attention to what is actually happening, not what you fear might happen. Notice what is good. Notice what is stable. Notice what is already working. You become a match for what you focus on. If you focus on lack, you feel lack. If you focus on small wins, gratitude expands. The 10th card says, fill your cup. Unless your cup is overflowing, there is nothing to offer anyone else. This is not selfishness. This is sustainability. If you've been pouring into everyone else, emotionally, practically, spiritually, but neglecting your own rest, your own joy, your own time with God, depletion will show up as irritability, exhaustion, even resentment. Filling your cup looks like boundaries, like rest, like saying no when needed, like stepping away from noise. You are allowed to be replenished. Now let's step back and look at all 10 together. The overarching message here is restoration, grace, perspective, peace, trust, movement, forgiveness, kindness, renewal, awareness, self-care. This is not a warning spread. This is reassurance. Source is not communicating urgency or danger. The message is steady and grounded. You are not off track. You are not being spiritually reprimanded. You are being recalibrated gently. If you've been anxious, overthinking, questioning your worth, replaying past mistakes, or worrying about the future, tonight's message is this. You are forgiven. You are guided. You are still blooming. You are allowed to move forward. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to trust. Nothing here suggests catastrophe. Everything here suggests quiet alignment. And sometimes that's exactly the confirmation you needed. If this resonated with you, if even one card felt like it was speaking directly into your situation, I'd love for you to like this video so more people who need peace can find it, and subscribe so you're notified when the next video is released. You can also share this with someone who's been carrying anxiety silently. We're building something calm here, something steady. Thank you for spending this time with me tonight. Breathe deep, rest well, and I'll see you in the next episode.